four-story school building in the Ogba area of Lagos State collapsed on Monday, with students and teachers narrowly escaping what residents described as a potential tragedy. Eyewitnesses say the building had shown visible signs of structural distress earlier in the day, prompting authorities and school officials to quickly evacuate occupants from the premises. Moments after the evacuation, the building reportedly caved in. Videos circulating online captured the moment the structure came crashing down as bystanders watched from a distance.
This building wants to fall. This building wants to fall.
I mean, we've seen the video circulating online, and you know what? The most heartbreaking thing about this story is not even the collapse itself, because it's not even the collapse itself, but I think the evacuation happening before the building came down. The details if we look at the details very well, it tells us something about something that is very important. About people on the ground already, sense the danger. They have already noticed that it's like this building is about to come. I think there were screams before the video even came down completely rather. And before we came in here, I was telling you that, is that a new story? Because this has been a recurrent issue in Lagos, and there are so many structural warning signs. Structural warning signs rather in Lagos are subtle. They are not very much. I don't know if they take it seriously or not, but this is not the first time. I mean, this is a building that people live in. I think sometime last year, a building that people have not even started living in, somewhere in Lekki, a new building that was still under construction in an estate, came down as well. So this is a regular, this has become a regular story in Lagos. That's why I was asking if it's a new story, because all of these cracks in columns, sagging slabs, sagging buildings, all of these things, these are very, I don't know, they've been happening in Lagos, and it's a problem because, and it's very, this particular case is very sad because it's in a school. It happened in it's a school building that came down this point in time. Lagos is one of the fastest growing cities in the world, and the population is very, is much. So when a city like this grows fast, we should also think about how construction, how daily livelihoods, everything that concerns daily livelihood needs to keep up with the growing population as well. Developers should not we are not saying they should keep up, meaning developers should rush and start building projects because they want to rent house to people. Think of how we can, we can improve these buildings, even as we are improving more houses for people to live, because it's we have a growing population in Lagos. We should think about how we can make these buildings standard so that we don't have all of these structural failures and, apartments or schools or whatnot going down every now and then.
Indeed, you've said a lot, and it was a narrow escape. What's most interesting for me here is that, and what makes me the happiest is that there were no lives lost, because those were children in those schools and their teachers as well. And you can imagine the tragedy that would have befallen the entire state of Lagos or the entire country as well, where hundreds of students would have been killed if the building had come down while they were inside. So it's good that it was noticed earlier. It could have been fatal if the students were there, just like I mentioned, and it calls into question the structural integrity of most of the buildings that we have now in Nigeria. And I think regulatory authorities as well should, in Lagos and also other states, to look, particularly in Lagos, where we see these recurring activities or recurring incidents, I should say, to be able to touch light into all of those buildings that have been built many decades ago, or even new ones, to ensure that they are up to the standard for the state. Because Lagos is a riverine area, mostly, it's also a coastal city in Nigeria, so there's a lot of water, and most of the foundation might not be built up to the standard that are necessary. So all of these things that the government needs to ensure that there is adequate strict adherence to the rule of law when it comes to the architectural design, the structural integrity, and also the erection of building in places that are designated for buildings and not places that are designated for waterways or some other infrastructure projects that should have been done. That, I mean, there's some places that are not suitable to build build houses, and most of we've seen them in Lagos. Houses are just, I mean, they spring up everywhere like wild leaves. So at the end of the day, we need to ensure that the government is putting hands on deck to solve those problems.
Okay, let's see the last story. Sheyi Tinubu's 2023 video drop.